Hey, this is Mike McAdam from GenX Guitar. Today I am back with another cool Jimmy Page lick. So this was a lick that Page seemed to favor around Led Zeppelin 2, a little bit in that era. You hear it 2 times in the guitar solo in Heartbreaker. And he also put this in I Can't Quit You Baby. I've heard him put it in a couple of other places. So we're going to look at this lick today and talk about how we can add it to our own playing and how we can move it around the fingerboard. So let's talk about some gear I'm using for this video. Our kind of house distortion amp is my Mesa Boogie Rocket 44. If you want to check out more on that, we have a video doing a review on it. I also have an R9 Les Paul that is kind of, you know, my Jimmy Page go-to, obviously. And that's pretty much it. So we're running the amp dry. I have some effects in post that are listed in the description of the video. So basically, I think where this lick is coming from is it has a strong rockabilly influence to it. If I twist it around a little bit, it might sound something like this. So that would be my guess of where the origin was of that, you know, kind of early rock and roll, you know, rockabilly type of lick. I think what Page does with this is kind of fires it up, makes it more aggressive, more rock sounding. And we're going to break down this lick and talk about the mechanics of it. I think one of the really important things with this lick is if you play it too clean and too nice, it loses its Page effect. So for example, I don't know if anyone here has ever heard Led Zeppelin. They did this kind of mashup of Elvis and Led Zeppelin in the late 80s, which was hilarious. But the guitarist in that band does this lick, and he actually plays it too well, in my opinion. So check that out if you haven't heard it already. Now I'll show you how to actually do this lick. So let's talk about how to set this up. So what we're going to do is you can basically say this lick is in A Dorian. I'm going to put my first finger on the 5th fret, barring the 1st and 2nd strings. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch out to the 8th fret on the 1st string. And what I wind up getting is this. I'm going to pick consistently with my picking hand, and the lick goes like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the 8th fret, 1st string, the note C, to the note A. Then I'm going to pick notes B to A. And then I'm going to play F sharp with my 3rd finger on the 2nd string to A on the 1st string. So slowly it's this. And I'm going to keep that alternate picking going consistently, and this is it a little faster. So then what Page does that's interesting is he takes this same idea and plays it up 3 frets higher. And it starts to sound a lot more outside at this point. So let me put the two of them together, you wind up getting this. So if I look at these intervals, you know, I'm in the key of A minor or A7, depending how you want to set it up. I have C here, which is the minor 3rd, B, which is the 9th, F sharp, which is the 6th or 13th to the root A. Then when I move this up 3 frets, I wind up getting E flat, which is the flat 5, D, which is the 11th, C, which is the minor 3rd again, A, which is the root, then G there. So this starts to sound a little out. So if I just play A, when I take that pattern up a minor 3rd there, it definitely adds some suspense to the lick. It sounds a little bit out for a second. Page usually resolves this and kind of brings it back home. So I'm going to show you 2 contexts of where this lick is used. This would be kind of similar to what he does in Heartbreaker, where it's sped up. So another spot I've heard him use this lick is in I Can't Quit You Baby. And what I'm going to do for this example is I'm going to use my TC Electronics Ditto pedal to play a little loop behind it so you hear this lick in context. So that's a pretty good example of how he would use it if you listen to some live versions of I Can't Quit You Baby. Obviously, I threw some other stuff in at the end, but like I said, that's typically the spot that he will use it in, kind of climbing up to the 4 chord on a blues progression. So basically that's it. So just remember when you're playing it, you play that original lick, move it up 3 frets. You can even keep taking it up, kind of where it functions like a diminished chord where it goes up minor thirds. So just play around with it, see what you come up with. Of course, you can put it in different keys, but we play guitar. We only need the keys of E and A, so why bother with the other ones? But you can do that if you want to. So if you want to check out some more Jimmy Page licks, I suggest you watch some of our other videos where more topics are covered. Anyway, that's all I have today. If you've already subscribed to the channel, we appreciate you checking out our content, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It allows us to keep making this kind of content. In the meantime, like, comment below, and I will see you in the next video.